Welcome to Brake Mitsubishi. My name is Nathan and today we're doing a video presentation on the 2020 MY20 Mitsubishi Eclipse Cross LS. Now as you can see, we've got three great colors sitting behind me. So we've got the white, the blue and the red, and you can see how nicely these cars present. And in these colors, we're pretty limited in regards to stock. So make sure you grab a hold of these bargains while you can. And at these kinds of prices, you do not want to miss out on such a great opportunity. So what we'll do is run through pretty much what the car looks like, as well as some of the features and benefits of going for the LS model. So we've got these three colors available at the moment, but we're just going to go over the red one in particular, just to touch on exactly what you get in the LS series. So on the front end, you've got that very unique dynamic shield look, which is integrated across the Mitsubishi range. It is a very striking look, and you've got those chrome varnishes and polishes just to give it a really nice detail, and that piano black gloss finish in the front of the car. Now the car does also get a split grille. That is going to allow a lot of airflow through to the motor. Being the 1.5 litre turbo petrol motor, you want to make sure that that engine stays nice and cool. Coming across, you've got this beautiful sharp headlight design. It is quite a long headlight. They do come with the projector globes fitted in there and the daytime running lamps all through the bottom of the headlight, which look incredible during the day, but it's also going to improve the safety and visibility of your vehicle. Indicator lamps fitted just down into above the fog lamps, and you've got your high beam lights and everything in those headlights. So very unique design in these Eclipse Crosses. As you come across the side, just pay attention to the kind of design of the vehicles, because it is what makes the Eclipse Cross quite unique. Taking a look at the rim, you do get these stunning multi-spoke dual tone rims. So you've got that black finish on the inside and the polished aluminium on the outer side of the spokes. Now being the LS model, these are a slightly different design to what you would get in the lower series or the entry level. Across the side of the vehicle, you've got all these beautiful curves and accents and arches. That is just to add a bit of character to the vehicle, but also these are all designed intentionally to improve the fuel economy and efficiency of the vehicle. Now the car does come with keyless entry, being the LS, so you do get a little button on the actual handle there, and also a fob key or a keyless entry remote. Side mirrors do come color matched with the door handles to whatever color the car is in, and they do come fitted with a your indicator lamp fitted into that side mirror, just to clear up the quarter panel for you, but also increase the visibility of your indicating. If you open up the driver's side door and have a look inside the car, you've got this very nice cloth seats with this kind of stitching design on there. Now these seats, you can see they've got different quadrants. That is to improve the comfort and support that the seat will actually give you when you are driving. The LS model does come with your manual seat adjusters, so this is going to elevate the seat or depress it, and you've got your incline on the back as well as the lever in the front just to move it forward and back depending on how you want to adjust your seat. These seats also have airbag fitment on the sides of the seats to improve the safety for the driver and the passengers in the back. One thing I will note with the door, it actually goes all the way to the bottom of the vehicle, as you can see, all the way to the bottom. Now that is to keep this inner guard nice and clean, especially when you're getting in and out of the car. You don't want to be picking up a lot of dirt and dust as you would on a regular car. So nice design on the side of these Eclipse Crosses. Being the LS model, you can notice that the back windows are a little bit darker. Now what that is a privacy glass. It's not actually tint. It's not going to provide the benefits and protection that tint will provide. So one thing I would highly recommend to you is to talk to us about our premium tint option. That is going to benefit you in the long term of your ownership of your vehicle. It's going to make it it's going to even it out in terms of appearance, but also provide all the safety and benefits of the tint or the premium tint that we use here. Opening up the second row, the back door. Now, another thing I will note with the Eclipse Crosses, these doors actually open a little bit wider than most vehicles. So you've got greater access to the back. If you've got bubs, if you've got elderly people that are going to be getting into the car, it's very easy access to get in and out of the car or access whatever it is you need to. Back, so carpets all the way through the vehicle. Back seats are very unique in terms of the fact that you can actually adjust how you want these to sit. So you can incline them and you can also move them forward if you require more space in the back or not as much space in the front. So very versatile vehicle in terms of how you want to set it up for yourself. You've got your ISO fixed points and your car seat mounting points in the back of the car. Got that alloy, as I pointed out before, coming across to the back. Now this is what makes the Eclipse Cross quite unique. You've got this split glass kind of look with the tail light going across the back there. Now that is to improve the visibility of your braking for the other drivers. So when you brake, they'll be able to see that quite clearly, as this is the main focal point when you're driving behind someone. But also the split glass allows for better visibility for the driver, as you can see a lot clearer out the back of the vehicle. Opening it up, taking a look inside the boot. The LS model does come with the cargo blind. That is going to keep your shopping or groceries nice and private, so whatever you might keep in the back. And just underneath this compartment is your space saver spare wheel with all your jacking tools to actually jack the car up and change your tires. On the back of the vehicle, there is a reverse camera mounted just underneath that lip. And also the reverse parking sensors at the bottom, which are color matched to that bottom plastic bar. Again, being the LS model, that is a benefit of going for it. And you've got that shark fin antenna just sitting above that roof spoiler in the Eclipse Cross. Fuel filler cap is on the passenger side of the car, which is the safe side. So if you have to pull over in case of an emergency, you're going to be out of the way of any traffic and oncoming danger. So very unique car. Very nice design. It is a great drive. I would highly recommend you come in and at least test drive one of these because you will be impressed by how these control. What we're going to do now is actually pop the hood and take a look inside. Alright, taking a look inside the engine bay of the Eclipse Cross. So what we have here is Mitsubishi's 4-cylinder 1.5 litre turbo petrol motor. Now this car does come fitted with a phenomenal 8-speed automatic gearbox, an incredibly smooth drive, lots of gears to move through, and even that torque when you do actually need it. You will also notice that this car has a strut brace across the front of the engine bay, or the back of the engine bay I should say, front of the car. That is to improve the control and stability of the vehicle around corners and turns. And again, I can assure you when you actually drive this vehicle, it'll really impress you. This car has a 5-star ANCAP rating with 7 airbags, and this motor itself produces 110 kilowatts with 250 newton meters of torque, so that little turbo is doing a lot of work. This is a 2-wheel drive model and it is a petrol car, so it does have a 63 litre capacity fuel tank. It does run on your regular 91 fuel, and it has a combined fuel consumption of about 7.3 litres per 100 kilometers, or an average fuel distance of 863 kilometers off a full tank, but it does depend on how you drive and how many people you're carrying around. Alright, taking a look inside the Eclipse Cross LS. Now this is a pretty unique design again on the interior. If you are experienced with vehicles and you've owned some prestige cars like the Lexus, you'll probably notice that the setup in the middle here is somewhat similar to that. That is because there was a collaboration between the design on the interior. So this is somewhat integrated from that whole Lexus design in regards to the touchpad down here, your head unit up there, you've got all your AC aircon system controls in the middle. But we will touch on exactly what's in this car. So on the driver's side door, just on the handrest here, there is a little button to fold your side mirrors in, but you do also get your left and right side mirror toggle just next to that. Up here you've got your fully automatic window control, so all 4 windows in the vehicle are automatic, both up and down. Window lock control above that, and your central locking button as well. On the right hand side of the dash, there's your stability control button, your lane departure warning, and your forward collision mitigation. Now if you do need more information as to what these are, please ask us when you do come in, but we're probably going to explain it to you anyway. Below that you've got 2 blank buttons if you wanted to add maybe a LED light bar or something, a parking sensor button, and your headlight height adjuster. Up on the steering column, on the right hand stock, is your left and right indicator, your fog lamp controls, your headlight controls, as well as the automatic headlight system in the vehicle. So these also come with an automatic headlights. So if I just flick it into auto, it does have your dusk sensing, and you've got the auto high beam. On the left hand side are your wipers and washers. Again, they are an automatic rain sensing system. So just leave it in auto. Car's going to sense how frequently it needs to use the blades and what kind of setting it needs to be on. Now the steering wheel is a very soft, comfortable leather stitched steering wheel. It does get this nice piano black gloss plate on there, as well as the chrome varnishes through the middle just to break it up a little bit. So on the right hand side you've got your cruise control and speed limiter, and on the left hand side are your media controls for your head unit, so volume, mode, call reject, and voice control for your Bluetooth connection or your CarPlay setup. Behind the steering wheel you notice it's got these paddles. That is for your sports shift system, which I will touch on in a minute. Coming over to the entertainment system, sorry, just before that, your stop start engine button is just over here, probably the most important button in the car. The entertainment system, very easy to use touchscreen head unit. You've got your digital radio, AM, FM radio, Bluetooth connection, USB connect, and also your apps, which is your Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. So very easy to use system. Now with this head unit, you can either use a touchscreen interface, or you've got this trackpad down the bottom here, which again is very easy to use. It's just like using a computer. You just swipe across it, and then if you want to select that option, you push down the pad. On the pad you also have back, home, audio, and app, so hotkeys or quick options just if you just want to go directly to that spot. Below that you've got your 2 vents, your seatbelt indicators, and your hazards, nice and easy to see. Climate control, so temperature on this side, fan speed on this side, and all your mode settings in between with your front and rear demister. 2 USB inputs, an eco mode, as well as a 12-volt input for any additional charging that you might be doing. Underneath that is a small storage area with a rubber plate surface, so not going to get much sliding around. Now the gear shifter is a very comfortable gear shifter. If I bring that into reverse, you'll notice a reverse camera in this car. The beeping is just because of the sensors at the back. It notices the bushes at the back. So you've got the reverse camera, and if I bring this down into drive and actually flick it to the left, that is going to engage your sports shift system. So I can manually control the gears myself using the gear shifter, or I can use the paddles behind the steering wheel, which have your positive and negative options for going up gears or down gears depending on the kind of setup you want, or just leave it in drive. Car's going to do everything for you. Trackpad, as I pointed out before, electric park brake system, so pushing that down is going to turn it off, pulling that up is going to turn on your electric park brake or your handbrake, and you've got your auto hold, which is just going to hold the car there for you at the lights. You've got two spring-loaded cup holders, a nice leather stitch center console armrest. If I bring that up, there is a small shelf in there which you can take out, and an even deeper compartment underneath if you wanted to add any extra things or store any extra things in the car. Now I'll get the camera person to actually pan around the interior to show you the condition. Back seats are in excellent condition, as it is pretty much a new vehicle, like I pointed out before. You've got the 60-40 split set up there, and lots of room in the back as well, as these back seats are versatile, so you can move them around. There is also that 12-volt socket down there if the passengers at the back needed some additional charging. So nice setup on the car. One thing I will point out to you as well while we're doing that is these back seats can also fold flat. So if I drop that down, that is going to, well, it's not completely flat, but as flat as it can get. You do have a slight lean on there, but it's nothing too major, and you do have your car seat mounting points at the back of these seats. So like I said, very versatile vehicle in terms of how you can set up the car for your comfort. So what we're going to do now is actually jump outside and wrap up the video. Thank you so much for watching the walk around video on this 2020 Eclipse Cross LS's. I hope this video gave you a good representation as to the design, the concept of the vehicle, but also some of the features and benefits for going for the LS model. Now, if you did have any additional questions, wanted to test drive the vehicle or actually purchase it without coming in, especially over these next few weeks, you can do that. The number to do that is 99070555. Now, just before I go, this car does qualify for our Platinum 1 program. I'm going to assume you're going to be keeping this car for a long time, so what that will provide you is 5 years additional protection, like for like new car warranty. So you got coverage from the front of the car to the back of the car. Now that is going to come with coverage up to 200,000 kilometers, an additional 5 years, and also comes with the added benefit of 10 years Platinum Roadside Assistance nationwide. So there's great value in this. In addition to that, one thing I would highly recommend is you take advantage of the glass coat and tint, especially if you're going for some unique colors like these. You want to make sure you protect your paintwork and the investment that you're really spending that much money in. So please speak to us about these options. That is going to come with a lifetime warranty. It's going to make it a lot easier for you to clean and maintain your vehicles, and it's going to protect it from all the contaminants that can affect your paint, like bird droppings, bat droppings, oxidization, rusting, all these kinds of things. And we will package that in with some tint for you at a good value. So make sure you ask us about these things. However, they are at an additional cost. So if you are using our in-house finance, I would love to introduce you to our business managers, Julie and Mario, who show just how minimal these will really affect your repayments. Now, lastly, but most importantly, jump on a Google, search up Berwick Mitsubishi, and see what people have to say about us. With over 1,100 reviews and sitting at 4.8 stars, gives you the buyer the assurance that you're dealing with the right people and the right kind of business for a good quality vehicle. Now, as I mentioned before, if you did have any additional questions, the number to dial is 99070555. My name is Nathan. Thank you so much for watching.